Studio Epic. For today's project, I actually have some plans printed out, and I just taped it to this block so it doesn't blow away. And you can see just kind of like what we're going to do today. Not real detailed plans, but I normally just kind of go with it as I'm making the things, but today I have some plans to follow along with. First thing we're going to do is we're going to start out by cutting, according to the plans, 4 boards that are 24 3/8 inches long and 1 3/4 inches wide. So let's go ahead and get those boards cut. Actually, I'm going to cut these long and then come back and trim them as I've done before. So we're going to cut these at 27. Along with me having the plans for today, I have an empty putty bucket here, or putty holder, whatever this is. And I'm going to try to save some sawdust and try a new putting technique today with this project. If it doesn't turn out, you'll never see this. The first thing we're going to do is start out by using our rip block that we made a few weeks ago, and you can just click on the link on the video there to be able to go see how we made this. And we're going to rip these boards at 1 3/4 inches wide. Now we're going to go ahead and cut these to their final dimensions, which is 24 3/8. Now we'll take 2 of the boards that we've already ripped and rip them again, and this time we're going to rip them a hair over 3/4 of an inch. Just wide enough where my sled will go pass through there. Make sure these 2 boards are more than 26 inches long. And now these boards are not down to the correct dimensions yet. But we're going to go ahead and mark them at 14 inches on both of them from one end. And then we want to draw a center line based on that to notch this out. Now we need this to be an exact measurement for how wide to cut the boards, but there will be extra on each end of this board, so we'll be able to cut it off again. It's tight, but it fits, so that's what we want to go for. This is going to be the center. So, and there's a little bit of a lip there, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get that closer with the table saw. That just means I'm going to have to do some extra sanding. I'll put an X on each end of these boards. We're going to measure down about 11 7/8 inches from each end of this. Now these X's are going to be important because when we attach the outside of the frame, we're going to want to make sure that we screw into the X to put this in the center. So for this next part here, what I did, and this is kind of dangerous to do this, but I set up my rip fence at about 12 inches, and I'm going to make a pass, one pass through the blade, then I'm going to scoot over and notch out a section that's going to be wide enough to fit our cross window in, and it's going to be about 3/4 of an inch. So we're going to start out about 12. It's actually going to be a little over 12, and we're going to work this way. Now you'll see I have an X on each one of these boards. That X is very important that it stays against this rip fence on all 4 of our side pieces. So let's go ahead and cut these boards and see how it looks. Since these are the boards that are going to fit in there, I'm going to grab one, line it up with the outside edge of these, and we want to cut just the inside of that line. Remember to keep the notches up, and your X's is what you're screwing into. we've got our saw tilted at 45-degree angle to cut these French cleats. You can see me gathering up the sawdust here. I'm going to try to use this as a type of putty for this project. I just have a styrofoam plate and I'm going to just put some sawdust out there on it. And I have Elmer's School Glue. Now this is not Elmer's, this is not wood glue, this is actually school glue. I'm going to try using this. I'm going to mix it with sawdust and I'm going to put it in the holes. Now you're going to have to let this dry overnight, of course, and then you'll come back and sand it, and I think it's going to look pretty good. We've let the sawdust and glue dry on this for a while now, so now we're going to go ahead and cut these edges off. Now we're going to drill holes to put our French cleat on. Make sure you screw these holes on the back. And there, that's our French cleat that's going to go on the back. Our mirror should just slide right in there. It shouldn't have any trouble getting in that little groove there and fitting in. We're getting close to getting this window mirror finished, so now we're going to drill a couple of holes down here. I got little marks. We're going to put some dowels in that'll just sit in there that'll hold that mirror in place so it doesn't fall out. Now this French cleat here at the top will keep it from coming out at the top. So just put 2 of these in there and we're not even going to glue them. We're just going to set them in there and I think they'll hold it just fine. Now when you drill these, you want to make sure you don't go all the way through your board. I'm experimenting today with some paint I got at Home Depot. It was not very expensive. It was 97 cents for this can. So hopefully I won't regret buying the cheap paint this time. Now we're going to finish this up with some spray lacquer. We've painted it and let the spray lacquer dry, and now we're ready to insert the glass mirror. Now what we're going to do is take and set this right on the French cleat. Just like so. Hope you guys like this window mirror. First of all, I'd like to thank you for watching my video, and secondly, if this is the first video you're seeing, then where the heck have you been, man? Seriously, if this is the first video you're seeing, then take a moment and click that subscribe button. It'll allow you to stay in tune with all the videos and the content I have coming out. You should know that I have my next project videos uploaded on the 1st and 15th of every month, with a chance for an exclusive bonus video on the 25th. If you click this button right here, it will take you straight to my Patreon page, where you can find out much more information, exclusive bonus content, and allow you to support my channel. Finally, right here is a link that will allow you to follow me on Twitter. Again, thanks for watching, and as always, y'all will see me next time. Studio Epic.